Hey, what's going on today, guys? We're about to film another vlog. We got some work to do on the work truck. So over here we got a 2016 GMC Sierra 2500 HD Duramax. Today we're gonna do an oil change on it. Very simple oil change. I mean, you don't want to be paying $200 at the dealership for them putting some cheap ass oil in your truck. So you might as well get some, get some good oil, do it yourself, and you save money. So overall, you're kind of helping yourself, and it's great to just do it yourself. Either way, I don't do any oil changes at shops. I usually just change it myself, because the reason why, I mean, you never know if they're doing it, and you never know if they're doing it right, and they're probably going to put some cheap oil filter on your truck. You definitely don't want that. So yeah, right here we got the work truck. Check it out. Got the work truck here, the GMC Sierra. Got some Fab Fours bumpers on that baby. Some headlights. Can't show you guys the sides yet because I got some stuff on there. Some business stuff. This thing's pretty freaking heavy because I got the aftermarket hood, the hood scoop. But yeah, I'll be doing that today. Maybe we'll do a little cleanup of the engine too because this thing's pretty dirty. We also got to change a coolant temperature sensor on here, which is down right here, about right there, down there somewhere. I gotta end up changing that out. A little sensor, and my check engine light came on with that, so definitely gotta do that today. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive right in this video. So obviously, first things first, you're gonna be doing an oil change yourself. You're gonna need some good oil. I usually go with the Shell Rotella 1540 on all my trucks. Only the diesels, of course. I prefer this oil because it's very high quality oil. And you're gonna need 3 of these. So 3 of these will give you a little more than 12 quarts. You're only gonna need 10, so you're gonna need 2 of these, and then you're gonna need half of this one, so about 2 quarts out of this you're gonna need. And then I usually go with the GM OEM filters, AC Delco. You don't want to go with anything cheap because it's an expensive truck. You want to go with high quality parts only. So I usually go with this one, standard oil filter. To take the other one off, you're gonna need a pretty big hefty wrench. So you're gonna definitely need that. Take that filter off. You're gonna need a big pan to drain those 10 quarts out of, and you're definitely gonna want to get a 17 socket down there to take off that bolt for the oil pan. And then you're gonna go over here with that little oil cap. You're definitely gonna want to take this off when you're draining your oil. We got a coolant temperature sensor that we got to install as well. So which is going to be down right about there. Down in there is going to be the coolant temperature sensor. So we got to take off those 2 bolts that you see right there, and move that guy out of the way so we can get to that. But yeah, other than that, everything's pretty standard, pretty easy oil change. So let me show you guys how it's done. Alright guys, so on the bottom of the truck, you got your oil drain pan bolt right there, and then you got that big bucket. So I would definitely put that bucket down here. You don't want to get a bunch of oil everywhere. Right up there we got our oil filter, so it's basically kind of right above it a little bit. You just got to look to more to the left of the driver's side of the truck. And yeah, let's go ahead and take that bolt off. Grandpa! Yeah. I think it's a 15 actually. 15? Yeah. I thought it was a 17 for some reason. I guess I was wrong.
17 or 19 is usually a common size. Was that it right there?
Oh, it's a 14. Yeah, let me just check, just to make sure.
I got a 13.
Yeah, I need a 13.
I thought
Oh, you brought it?
Yep. I thought it was a 13.
Yeah. It's actually a 13 you need. I don't know why I thought it was a 17. Probably thinking about a different vehicle. But yeah, let's go ahead and take this nut off. You know, you're definitely always gonna have a little bit of trouble getting these off. They're not easy. But with a little bit of force, you know, they will come off. To get that off, you're definitely gonna wanna try to get that little bolt out of there as fast as you can. And it's impossible to actually catch it without getting oil on your hands. Alright, as you guys can see there, the oil is draining out of that pan. Next up we gotta go is move up to the oil filter after it's fully drained, which is more up there. It's not this little one right here. It's a little more higher up in there. It's a bigger one. So that's the one we gotta get to next. Move this more back. I really don't want to get oil all over my camera. Alright guys, so basically once you want to get the filter off, you're going to want to move your pan around, but you're going to want to use some big crimps like this. Get up in there. Just really try to pry that thing off. It's going to take a lot of force, so be prepared to use both hands. It's coming off. I should be able to rotate with my hand now. Okay. Jesus. Okay. That was unfortunate. I must have hit it with my head or something. Try this thing off. A little more oil might come out of it. That's okay. Here comes the oil. Here comes the oil. I think the newer trucks come a little bit more easier nowadays. Mine's a little bit older, so still kind of sucks, but the spot it's at, but you'll see a bunch of oil coming out right there. Alright, so what you guys want to do is you want to get a little bit of oil and rub it around the seal like that, just to give it some good lubricant so you don't break the seal when you're tightening the oil filter. So now this oil filter is ready to get thrown on.
Glue, like the seal.
Yep, the glue. You know, you just use your regular oil that you're gonna put in the truck.
Or grease.
Or grease, yeah. Alright guys, so what you always want to do is whenever you do the oil filter and the oil drain pan bowl, you always want to clean around your mess. So all that old oil, highly recommend just cleaning around there real quick. Let's go ahead and do that. Just get a rag and clean around where you just remove the oil filter. Same thing with the oil drain bowl or wherever you spill oil. Always want to clean up after yourself. Now that you got your new oil filter, you're going to want to throw it on there. So righty-tighty. Words to live by. You know, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. You don't want to go over tighten, but you want to give it a good half turn. Tight with your hands, because you definitely don't want that coming off. Alright, that should be tight enough. Now that that's on there, moving on. Alright, so now that you're ready, get your bolt. Definitely start screwing that on hand tight. Once you screw that on there, wipe down any oil you see around it. Clean it off real good. You don't want to be a sloppy guy. You gotta clean up after yourself. And then get your handy wrench with your 13mm socket on there. Get that oil pan out of the way. And this one you're not going to want to go too tight. Just enough to where it's good. Alright, right there. Alright, just a little more. See right here, I have kind of a painted line on my oil pan bolt. So I kind of just lined up with that line and we're good. But yeah, other than that, once you're done down here, you can start filling up with oil. Now it's time to start pouring some oil in this thing. Just get one of these. We're gonna dump this in all the way. Oh shit, just dropped that. Now you just want to go ahead and pour it all in there. Again, this thing takes 10 quarts, so you're definitely gonna want to put 10 quarts in there. Like I said, one of these 1 gallon ones you buy for the diesel trucks is 4 quarts in it, so we're pouring 4 quarts in it right now. Alpha, what are you grinding?
You're not right.
Making a lot of noise.
Oh, am I?
You're grinding. I'm just kidding, go ahead. Let's go ahead and pour the second 4 quarts in. Last bottle, I highly recommend you get a Sharpie, and right here it reads about 4 quarts, so you're gonna put 2 quarts in there. The left side reads 4 quarts, so once you go down here, that's 1, 2, so I would mark it around the 2.0. And you're gonna want to have that much oil left in this one when you're done dumping this one. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. We're at the 2.0 mark now. Maybe just a little bit more. Okay. Yep, so now we're at that 2.0 quart mark. And the good thing about these is you can reuse them, so I would just buy 2 more of these and you can reuse the rest of the 2 quarts on your next oil change. What I do anyways. Put your cap back on. All the way. Now that your cap is back on, your oil is all changed and you're good to go. Definitely reset that oil change reminder light as well once you're done with this. Alright, I told you guys we're going to be changing the temperature coolant sensor on the GMC as well. This morning my truck threw an engine light, so I got to change this out real quick. It's just a little sensor, so it's really no biggie. You're gonna need to use let's see what size this is. You're gonna need to use a 19 ratchet deep socket for this. So you're gonna plug it in there, and basically that's how you're gonna take the other one off as well. Hopefully no coolant comes out. That's what I'm hoping, but we'll see what happens. You're gonna need a 13-inch wrenches as well for the other side. Down right here, right in there. You're gonna need to take it off. So you got these bolts right here. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. Right here you got these little bolts you gotta get off real quick. See if we get those off. So those need to be taken off real quick. Get this thing out of the way. Just keep wrenching away right there real quick. You want to do this when your truck is cold, because you do not want anything coming out of there whatsoever. So just bolts to the side. You don't want no coolant coming out and spraying at you. So yeah, we're gonna move this thing to the side real quick. Let's go ahead and pop that to the side. And then your sensor is gonna be right down in there. Let's see if we can zoom in on that. As far as I can zoom. It's right down there where that little wire is at. And you're gonna want to try to unplug it as well somehow. So if you got little hands, hopefully I can get that out, I hope. Yeah, it might take me a little bit of time. Let's see what happens. Let's go ahead and start her up real quick. Hopefully that engine light went off. That engine light is still on, but I probably got to reset it. But first off, let's make sure we ain't getting nothing leaking. looks good. There should not be no leaks in the oil. So right here, let's go to make sure. Super good. I don't see any leaks in there, so I think I should be fine. And that's how you install that. Alright guys, so if you pretty much had the coolant temperature sensor replaced, you go ahead and erase the code with an OBD2 scanner. Once you're done with that, then everything should be good to go. Yeah, basic oil change on the Duramaxes. So if you guys have a Duramax, now you know how to do an oil change yourself. So you should definitely have no excuse now to be taken to the dealership. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate every single one of you in the channel. Hope you guys keep liking and subscribing. And yeah, you guys have a good rest of your day. Peace. See you on the next one.